What's up guys, Steve here with Fish On. Please shoot me a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and let's see where we're fishing today. Thanks for tuning in.
What is up guys? I just wrapped up Adidas tennis camp at CSU, and a busy week of summer, but a fun week with some awesome kids, and I've escaped to do some fishing, and I am at Barker Reservoir in Nederland, Colorado, which is only an hour from my house. And I've never fished here, I've never been here, I know nothing about the lake. I saw a sign that said there's no boats allowed at all, there's no watercraft, and there's nothing out here. And so we may not be able to fish a boat ramp. We always say to start there, but we also say fish inlets and outlets and dams. And I'm on a rock outcropping here, kind of on a point. That's another good spot, any kind of contour change or structure or point. So I am just at one of those pull-offs on the north side, rock outcropping. Got the 9-foot 8 weight, also armed with a 8.5-foot 5 weight. And we're gonna start with some indicator fishing. We're gonna kind of treat this like Lake Estes and use a nymph above a balanced leech. Gives them a couple different presentations, a couple different depth range, and see if that works. I think we might get into some. I know nothing about this lake, absolutely nothing. Quick online search indicated that there are brown trout in here, rainbow trout in here, apparently tiger trout and kokanee salmon. If there's anything else, I'm not aware of it. Thought I saw something that said lake trout, but for sure rainbows, browns, and I've seen you guys catch tigers. Not necessarily a bucket list fish for me, but certainly one I've never caught before and would love to catch one. So we're gonna start on this point right here and see what can happen. It is 20 degrees cooler here than back home, and that's another reason to come up here and decompress and and get away. So it's literally like 20 degrees. High up here is supposed to be about 75, and back home the high is about 95. So this ought to be a fun one, and we hope to show you some fish. See if I can show you my full rig here. Obviously a loop-to-loop connection from fly line to leader. I love these strike indicators right here that have kind of the screw on top, and usually there's a piece of rubber in there that you may or may not need. And then a 9-foot 5X Tippet leader, which is tapering to about 5 pounds. And I'm pretty deep because I changed my depth range. And top fly, size 16 French nymph, and bottom fly, as I hook myself lightly, bottom fly a couple feet below that, a olive balanced leech with a bead head. If needed, I could add split shot between the flies, but both flies have a bead and a little bit of wade. But we're working 8 feet or so below the indicator, and we might even need to go deeper. And that's been the only thing we've done so far that's actually led to a bite, but now we got to catch them. Note here worth mentioning is I might add a little bit of split shot in between the flies, because that's going to get these flies down deeper without adding any line or moving my indicator, because it's going to hang more straight below the indicator. Obviously, when you have wind like this and this kind of chop, just like on a river, those flies are swinging out. You know, whether you're on a river or a lake, they're swinging out and they're not as deep as you think. And so split shot here could get me a little bit deeper without actually adding line or moving my indicator, and that might be something I do. But so far we've changed depth range and presentation to induce a couple bites, but don't have any fish. Very subtle bites, by the way. There's one. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I doubt you guys could see that, but that was a bite, and I just snap roll cast right back to where it was. But that was a hit, and that's the two things we figured out so far, is a little bit deeper is helping, and even twitching some is helping, even though there's a chop. But that was a hit, and we're getting schooled right now because I've had about 3 bites and felt pressure and a fish on none of them. So I am getting schooled so far, and that happens. So we hope the next thing show you is a fish. I'm excited to get one out of here. Fish on, let's freaking go. Don't know what this is. New water, could be a number of fish. And looks like a bobo. And it looks to have taken the top nymph. Get to my net. Little bend in the rod. And Nope, took the balance leech. And it's a stalker rainbow, but we will take him. There we go. And that is exactly what you can catch 100 of out of Lake Estes, but you got balance leech right there. Top of the snoot hook set. Let's go. So this is obviously not what we're after necessarily, but we'll take him. We love all fish here, but this is what's in Lake Estes by the gazillions. And we've had 75 fish days up there. A stalker rainbow, but it's still our first fish at a Barker Reservoir outside of Nederland. And we're after his older brother, or a brown or a tiger, but see, buddy, we will take him. So the only thing I do different potentially, since you know officially did take a little while there, is I could strip a streamer through here. That could be fun. Obviously with my second rod stamp I could lob power bait on the bottom, probably could have caught a few, but I just didn't want to mess with that. Sometimes you just don't want to mess with that stuff. It's just nasty power bait. I'm not a snob or anything. I don't look down on it. It's a fun way for kids to catch fish, and for anyone to catch fish for that matter, but didn't want to mess with that second rod and power bait on the bottom. So still working this double fly rig. The only thing that's changed though is I got a late start today, so we're already getting that classic afternoon clouds to roll in. And if you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so that's the only thing that's changed. There's been this steady chop in the water and wind all day, which has been great. And but the clouds coming in and cloud cover's the only thing that's changed. And so we missed a couple subtle bites earlier and just landed that one. So we're gonna stick with our system because it's been just enough action to keep me interested. Well, I'm just walking back to the truck now, and I was pretty schooled today. We're always honest on this channel, and I hit it hard for about 2.5 hours in just that one fish and missed a couple early bites, and that's it. So I'm super curious how you guys have done here. It has all the makings and looks of a great lake, but I'm just not sure what's in here and how many fish are in here. I just feel like my system and technique is so effective. You know, to have a tough day like this is unusual. I wasn't skunked, I got the one, but just the one. So yeah, certainly a tough day, but the nymph and the bounce leech did not work today, and I just didn't ever really change it up too much. But I also realized that I can drive home through Boulder Canyon and maybe hit a couple spots in Boulder Canyon to show you guys on the way home. But yeah, hit me up if you've fished this lake before and done well, or caught a tiger trout out of here. Definitely they kind of beat me today, but still an absolute blast, and I love all fish equally. But that little Bobo stalker was all we got. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.